Hey, everybody out there. Welcome to our Lunch and Learn today. I am the presence I am graced with today, Vanessa Hunter, as always. And with us today, a special guest, Machen Mathews. This guy is it, right? He runs a digital agency, probably one of the smartest guys I know. And of course, for today's topic, when we're starting to talk about CRM integrations, guess who I wanted right by my side? That's right, Vanessa and Machen, both. Okay, so anyway, but before we get there, Vanessa, what else should we be talking about?
What's for lunch, Joe?
Of course, exactly.
What's for lunch?
Yeah, what is for lunch? I don't even know what I'm having for lunch today, but it's going to be good, and there's probably going to be a taco involved because it's just so close to Cinco de Mayo. How do you pass up tacos all month long?
Well, Joe, I don't think you've ever passed up a taco, right? Let's be honest. Like you love.
That's true. Well, hold on. Have I ever passed up food? No, I haven't. I've been to Vanessa's house. She has fed me, and she's back to the kitchen to bring more out because I can consume. No doubt, I have issues. But anyway, let us know what you're having for lunch today. Machen, did you have lunch?
I thought you were in Salt Lake City. They don't make tacos in there, do they?
It's right here in Vegas. Let me tell you what.
Oh, we're in Vegas today. Okay.
Yeah. There's a Berto's somewhere. Humberto's, Alberto's, Royberto's. They're all over the place.
We do sandwiches on Wednesdays. We do the same thing. Our family is super strict, and we're planning. We got our packed lunches for Wednesday, and after I wrap up out of here, I'm going to lunch. It'll be that time. So
really? With the kids?
Yeah. We're lucky. We're blessed. We're the Brady bunch over here. Very blessed.
I love it.
Good.
All right.
So someone's having a coffee break.
Yum, with berries and walnuts.
Ooh, yum.
I know. Might have to do that for sure.
Okay. When you haven't registered with StreamYard, we just see your name come across as Facebook user. So we would love to call you out by name, but we don't know who's having cottage cheese and berries and walnuts. Facebook user. That's all it says. But anyway, acai bowl, yippee, yes. That's what I usually have. I love them. Anyway.
Okay.
All right, Joe, let's get rolling.
Let's do it. Are you sure you're ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. All right, Machen, you ready? This is it.
Yes, I'm as ready as I'll ever be. I'm teasing. I'm teasing. Disappear. I'm super excited about this. Super excited about the energy of the impact this is going to have. CRMs are powerful. So thank you for getting us started, Joe.
Awesome. All right, let's do this. Vanessa, you're driving.
So sounds good. First of all, thank you so much for joining us, Machen. We're so excited to be able to tap into your expertise in this area. I know that a lot of people are out there going, I have a CRM that I use already. I don't know how to do this. I don't know what to do. So we're not going to teach you how to do it. We're going to tell you about why it's important and how easy it is. So let's get right into it. There are several companies that Mailbox Power has already integrated with, including Client Tether, Zapier, HubSpot, and Infusionsoft, to name a few. So, hi, everyone. Now we've got people jumping on Joe, jumping on like crazy. Hi, guys.
Awesome.
So these are just a few, but let's talk about what CRM integration is. First of all, Machen, because I've got somebody's question mark is like floating around in my head. They're like, what's a CRM?
So I could probably handle that. CRM is an acronym for Client Relationship Management Software. We see a couple up here. The easiest way that these work, or the most common ways that these work, is let us know where somebody is in the relationship with our client. So maybe it's a salesperson and their relationship with the client, or maybe it's an entire company and their relationship with our company. And that's the beauty of it. That's the simplest form of the CRM.
Right. So let me give you an example of that. Like when we talk about CRMs, there are a lot of companies that use software. I'm going to speak to realtors in particular. You've got your own realtor software where you keep track of all your clients and all your accounts and what's happening and what's going on with each transaction. That is what we're talking about here. And sometimes some of you may want to pop out a card to somebody or pop out a gift to somebody. And wouldn't it be nice if you could do that right in that software that you're already working in every single day? That's what we're talking about here.
I love
That's
that.
one example. So how do we integrate? How do we integrate with the software that you're already using? We use an API. And again, we're not trying to speak Greek to you. We're trying to be as simple as possible. So API is an acronym for Application Programming Interface. And that is the form of software that allows two applications to talk to each other. So if you're sitting there going, you've lost me. This is going to be way over my head. No, it's not, guys. Here's what we're talking about right here. The API is basically the translator between Mailbox Power and whatever CRM you're using. So the API is the translator between the two. It takes information from one, funnels it to the other, and that's how Mailbox Power is triggered to send a card or a gift or whatever it may be that you want to send out from Mailbox Power without having to log into Mailbox Power to do so. You can do it right there in your software. Does that make sense, Joe?
Yes.
I think you nailed it, Vanessa. I'll cover. Yes, that's perfect and beautiful.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Yes, that's exactly right. Just translates and allows you to do things you would have to actually go from your CRM over to Mailbox Power and do this and re-input and go pick this and that, and all that's done and gone.
So, and you guys, if you've ever worked for a company, as I have, that's used many different kinds of software that don't talk to each other, then you know the frustration of that. And you know how things can fall through the cracks if you have software that doesn't talk to each other. So that's where APIs come in handy. So here we go. This is a typical example of someone using ClickFunnels and the integration with Mailbox Power through Zapier. So the integration with Mailbox Power, so somebody goes into their ClickFunnels account or lands on a page that's powered by ClickFunnels, then they can integrate that page with Mailbox Power. And I'm not going to get too deep into this. You get the idea, though. You can build a page that integrates with Mailbox Power without being inside Mailbox Power. I think that's the main concept that we're trying to get across here. And yes, Terry, feel free to ask questions during the lunch and learn, and we will keep checking on it and check on the chat there. That's why we do these live. We love to hear from you. We love that audience interaction. So please do ask questions. All right. Let's, Joe, let's talk about a CRM integration. Machen, this is one of yours, right? This is something that you use. And can you talk about why? Like, why would you use an integration? Why would you?
I think you were just, absolutely. I think you were just speaking to, I didn't mean to cut you off. Are we good?
No, you're good. Yeah.
All right. So the idea that we can do some of these things automated makes it to where we can say, hey, if someone is here in this system, in this case, we're talking about Kajabi as the CRM. Kajabi is also an e-learning platform where you go build courses, where Kajabi consumers build courses. So in this case, it's real easy for me to take someone who's joined this course, provide a form to them to fill with the details that I want over at Mailbox Power. In this case, I just want their address so I can send them a thank you for buying the product. What you see right here is the automation over at Zapier and the actual forms at Kajabi. One's the back office. So you just go in and create, hey, I want to know this information about you. And then automation makes it to where we can pull this right into Mailbox Power using Zapier like your display just showed.
Right. And so when we do that, here we hop over to the Mailbox Power system. You don't have to. That's what I want to keep stressing. You don't have to hop over to the Mailbox Power system. This information is coming in through the API and populating your contacts or populating your contacts where you have groups already set up, where you have them attached to campaigns, et cetera, et cetera. So
right. Let me elaborate for a second. So we have this onboarding card that you see right here. So somebody joins and we just say, hey, welcome on board. Thanks for joining. But then there's another thing that happens in that client relations management software. I'm going to know when they complete the course. And so what you don't see directly in front of you is we also use a Mailbox Power group to send a certificate. So when somebody completes that course, without me ever doing anything except for accepting a payment, they swipe their credit card, get the course, get all the things that they ordered. Magically, this comes in the mail a couple of days later. I say magically because they will never see it. They never have any idea that that's going on. They just do the thing that they're supposed to do in the course. Mm-hmm. And then within the first couple of weeks, on average, somebody finishes the course in like 2 weeks. So as soon as they finish it, a little tag happens over at Kajabi, and it says they've completed the course. And when that happens, you guys send a certificate out with their name all over it and the information about the course. I'm able to take the course name, put it on the certificate, take their name, put it on the certificate, put the date that they completed, and then I give an ID, like, oh, this is certificate ID number, which is just a field that is the ID over at Kajabi for their completion of that course. So I can verify them too.
So Machen, a lot of this, you're using the customized merge fields in the back, right? You have certain merge fields that you're using for certain fields in you're laughing, right?
I say merge 1 is their partner's name. Merge 2 is the name of the course they completed. Merge 3 is, and so I'm able to take something at Kajabi that they've put in information there, like the Bitcoin Essentials course, and that'd be merge number 10, course name. Right. So if I want to send them 6 months from now, hey, thanks, can you believe it's been 6 months since you've completed course name? It'll say, hi, Vanessa, I can't believe it's been 6 months since you completed the blah, blah, blah essentials course.
Yes. So listen to that, because he's using those customized merge fields. And the biggest challenge, I know this, Machen, because I've had this challenge myself. The biggest challenge with using those customized merge fields is making sure you put the right information, making sure you're using the right field consistently throughout everything, right? Throughout everything, using the right merge fields so that when you send those things out, that they're consistent regardless of which campaign you're using.
Yep. I think one really brilliant note on the CRM things is you can usually in your CRM create any field you want. And since Mailbox Power gives us merge fields, we can create any field we want to connect to anything at Mailbox Power and have it print something cool and arrive at their front door.
Which is super duper cool and
mind blowing. People are so excited when they get this stuff. It's insane.
And think about it, guys. We're talking about, like Machen just mentioned, like a course name. You could put a date of completion in there, an anniversary date. You could put all kinds of things in there, including teacher names, whatever you want, as long as you're consistent with how you use those merge fields. So, all right. Moving on here, let's give you a very, very basic example of how this works behind the scenes. We're going to walk you through this process of how this works behind the scenes. And we're going to use something that Joe is ordering today.
I love it. Can I share a little bit of information about this before we get going?
Yeah.
I want to set a quick stage. So as you know, Mailbox Power is a phenomenal platform for reaching out to customers, but this is really being used in a different way. And I want to set another stage really quickly. We have campaigns in the Mailbox Power system, and a campaign is like this. What you're looking at is a gigagram. They're calling it a target, but it's really a gigagram, okay? So what's happened is they set up a campaign, and a campaign is a series, a card and set of gifts, or just a card, or a series of cards and gifts that would happen on a regular basis that all use the same exact gift. And of course, we use merge fields to personalize everything. And in this case, what I love about this is an entrepreneur got a hold of this whole thing and said, hey, I think I can make some money using an integration and having Mailbox Power actually send the product I'm charging money for. So what you're getting ready to see is our friend and customer, Brian Williams, set up an integration where he sells something, and it's called a target. That's what he calls it. We call it a gigagram. On his site, he charges money for it. He collects the money, and through the integration, we automatically fulfill that order for him. So that's the basics of what you're getting ready to look at and what we're going to share with you.
So Joe went to Brian's website and ordered this target, right? He goes to the website, orders the target. He knows nothing about Mailbox Power. He knows nothing about anything other than he can't wait to get his hands on this target. Okay. So what happens is Joe goes to that site. He clicks on the order the target. It takes him to gather his contact information, as when you order anything online, right? Fill out your contact information. Joe fills out that information. And what is happening behind the scenes is that Brian is using Shopify to gather that information. He's integrating through Zapier with Mailbox Power. So when Joe's adding his information to that website, to that contact form, it's actually populating in Brian's contacts in Mailbox Power. Does that make sense to everyone? That's clear, right? Through the magic of APIs.
Yes, exactly. It's auto magic.
Yes.
Love it.
Auto magic. So then what happens is you see Joe, he is now in that campaign in Mailbox Power, right? So he's added to a group in contacts, and the group is attached to a campaign. That's what's happening behind the scenes. All Joe knows is he clicked the button he wanted to order, he filled out the form. That's what Joe knows at this point, right? But all this stuff is happening behind the scenes. So what happens? The drip campaign triggers a shipment for an immediate send. That's how it's set up. The campaign set up for an immediate send in Mailbox Power. Nobody had to go in and do anything after they set up the campaign originally. The target is sent as a gigagram, and Joe receives the target. Any questions in that process?
Crystal clear over here.
So what happens? Joe's ordered the target. Joe put in his information. Joe gets the target. Joe's a happy guy.
That's awesome.
And I would call myself blissfully unaware.
Yeah.
I had no idea what was happening in the background, but whatever, as long as my target showed up, here's my credit card and let's go.
Exactly. So Joe has no idea of all the different things that were linked together and talking to each other behind the scenes. All kinds of information was zinging back and forth behind the scenes, but he had no understanding of that, or didn't care. Nobody cares about that. You want to order something, you want it to get shipped to you. That's all he cares about. And that's what happened. So it's a very, very cool way of using, in this case, a gigagram as an actual product that people are paying for. How cool is that?
I freaking love it. I love that we are surrounded by entrepreneurs that look at this stuff and go, oh, I could use it this way, or I'm going to use it that way, or I'm going to integrate with this. And when you just start to, what Machen brought up, Kajabi, I don't know how many users they have, but it's got to be hundreds and hundreds of thousands. I'm willing to bet there's probably even 1 million courses that have been created, and how easy it would be for a Kajabi user to go, I'm up in my game and I'm sending a certificate on every single course that's completed. I'm going to send a welcome card on every single person that signs up for my course and pays me money. And they don't have, they go to Mailbox Power one time. Mm-hmm. They create their campaign with the welcome card. They create their campaign with the certificate, and they're done. They don't come back to Mailbox Power. It's over. It's over. They go back to Kajabi and they create their courses, which is what we want them to. We want them to be experts at creating their courses and not be experts in Mailbox Power or integrations. We just want them to know it works and that we can help.
Okay. So a couple things I want to say. If you don't understand how to do this technology, if you don't understand how this works, don't try to figure that part out. Let the experts figure that out. Machen is an expert, for example. He knows exactly how to do that. Let the experts figure that out. It's not worth your time and effort to learn about that, especially if you're doing it as a one-time deal or whatever. Just let somebody else actually set it up for you. The point is that you know that it can happen. And that's what we wanted to bring forth to you with this Lunch and Learn, the fact that you can do this with CRMs, that you can integrate with Mailbox Power, that it's not that difficult as long as you have someone who knows what they're doing, like Machen, for example, who's the expert in this and can walk you through the process. Believe me, there are many, many pitfalls and many crazy things that people can do in this process. So when you leave it to the experts, you don't have to get caught up in any of that. You just know it works. You hand it off to somebody, they set it up, and all of a sudden your mail is flying out the door to people. And again, you don't even have to log into Mailbox Power.
That's the best part. Now, I'm going to pass one more thing off really quick because it often comes up as a question, even in our chat at Mailbox Power. Will my program integrate with Mailbox Power? Well, we don't know. We have no idea, but I'm going to tell you this. If you just go out and do a quick search on Google and type in, the name of the CRM you're using and the words integration and API and see what comes up. If nothing comes up, it may not be possible. But I'm just saying there are wizards like Machen, who's with us today, that can actually make things happen in different ways. So I'm not saying no, but I'm saying an easy way to kind of find out is jump out there. Go to that platform. A lot of companies understand the power of an API. They understand the power of integration, and they know that they will keep more users if they can integrate with other platforms. This idea around a tech stack, meaning I've got the stack of technology that I'm using, but they all have to play together. If they don't play together, then I'm not using one of them. It's out, and I go find another one. But I think just keeping that in mind, just go out and take a peek around your whatever CRM or whatever software you're using. I mean, really, it's kind of crazy what is available at your fingertips out there. Shopify, right? Shopify. That's how this whole thing, we just saw came together. Kajabi, ClickFunnels. There's so much that's out there for us.
Machen.
I was going to say, I am personally using Shopify as well for a swag store. Somebody asked, can you do this similar for swag companies? And yeah, the thing that I get the most benefit out of there is sending a follow-up. So if you're sending someone a t-shirt from your Shopify company, maybe they send a postcard months later to remind them where they got that t-shirt and all that. So pretty much anybody with software as a service can integrate with Mailbox Power, like you were saying, Joe. And all those software, all those different things, it just comes down to, if this happened, what happens over at Mailbox Power? If you can think through that, then someone like myself or support or somebody will be able to tell you how to plug it up at Mailbox Power. That's what's so amazing about what you guys are doing. That's why I'm so fired up about this. It's incredible.
There you go.
It takes, the alternative is I could spend my entire day downloading the students, getting their names, begging for their addresses, and do all that. Or I could just have them do the work when they sign up, and then they get the results and get delighted. That's it's amazing.
I love it. Machen, can you help us answer this question for Amy? Do you have to
short answer
find it on Zapier for it to be integrated?
Short answer, yes. Long answer, you could always build something that connects to Zapier. Zapier allows that. So if you own your own software and you're not already integrated with Zapier, the answer is still yes. You just have a little bit more work. If it's on Zapier, you click 3 buttons and you're done.
So the long answer is yes.
Yes.
Yeah, the long answer is yes, with more yes. Thank you, Vanessa.
Also, this is for Terry. Yes, these are being recorded. They will be in every group that you're seeing them in right now, as well as our YouTube page. At our YouTube page, there's actually a Lunch and Learn playlist that you can find all the Lunch and Learns there. So go take a peek over there. Thanks for asking. Appreciate that.
YouTube.com/mailbox power. So that's what you want to go to, youtube.com/mailbox power. Joe, Terry had some other questions. When else can people get their questions answered? We're not going to go through those because they're unrelated to this particular Lunch and Learn, but where can people get their questions answered?
Chat, number 1, chat, bottom right corner. And if they don't have the answer, they're going to point you to the right folks. Also, we have onboardings on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays every week at 12 noon Pacific time. There is a human there for you to talk to. We have the brightest trainers on the planet. They will take care of you, I promise. Yep.
There you go. So we also have a comment from Laura Ricksecker. She's all excited. I'm not going to read the whole comment, but she just found out that her CRM will integrate, and she is fired up.
And there you go.
Well done, Laura. That's exciting. That's very, very exciting. So, Machen, anything else people need to know or be aware of before they go down this path?
It's a great idea to create just like a recipe. You were mentioning merge fields. I think a pro tip would be to create your idea of what fields do I want out of my CRM to be over at Mailbox Power. And then also to maybe just take a piece of paper. I'm a handwritten guy, notepad, whiteboard, and write out what you want to happen. And then when you sit down with someone like myself, you could say, when someone joins my thing, I want all the information from these fields over there. So I guess the tip or the pro tip is put it on paper first, because it'll make it so much easier to get it over here and actually get rolling. And I gotta just mention this. As we were talking, I saw people filling out the form and getting their cards about the thing that we just showed. And so that feeling is great. The other feeling is great is I was doing that manually. And right when I set it up, it went through. So like it's like feeling of immediate reward by saving the time, which is why I was here in the first place with Mailbox Power, and just knowing that these people are going to get something, and I didn't have to do anything. I almost feel guilty, but I set it up once and then I forget it, and now it's going to do the thing that I want, which is share the excitement, share the approval. Who are we without our customers? I'm just saying, I got to say thank you.
Yeah.
I love you, Machen.
So-
You're awesome.
so
Exactly, guys. Who
we've
are we
gotta
without
do
our
the-
customers? Yes.
The work on the front end is so worth it, is what you're saying, Machen. Doing that little bit of work on the front end, and then you don't have to worry about it. It's automated. That's what we're talking about, folks. We're talking about automating those tasks that, let's face it, most of us won't do anyway, right? So most of us won't do all that work anyway. But if you do the work on the front end by working on this integration with your CRM and setting up campaigns that are automatically triggered and that type of thing, then you'll win. It's a win-win-win proposition. As Machen says, you're taking care of your customers, and that's what we're all about.
That's it. Love it, love it, love it. Awesome.
All right, Joe.
All right, here
Sorry,
we are.
Machen, did you have one last thought?
I was just gonna say on that note of what we can do or what we're doing there to I guess I'm gonna stumble over my words here because I didn't complete the thought first. But basically, we have the ability to take any interaction that we measure, which is super important in any business, to measure the interaction, measure an investment, and then give a commensurate reply to that. So if somebody's opening a ton of my emails, my CRM is going to tell me that, and I can go give them some personal love versus just automation. Or I can actually automate it to where my customers that spend $10,000, they get more brownies than the guy who spent $5 for the smallest product on our shelves.
Because you're tracking all of that, and you know who's
the CRM tracks it.
Yes, yes, yeah. Well, yeah. But you're tracking that. The CRM's tracking it. But you put that instruction in there. And so when Machen says, decide what you want out of this, decide what you want to measure, decide what you want to recognize, decide how you can use this. And if you want ideas, jump into one of the groups or talk to somebody and get some ideas on some of the things that you should be tracking if you don't already know that. But there are certain things, especially in different industries, you already know what's important, right? You already know what your metrics are. You already know what you need to be measuring. So make sure that you incorporate that into whatever you build in terms of the integration. So, all right, guys, I'm going to just flash over here. Machen touched on it a second ago, Joe, and I know this is your deal.
I can't do a lunch and learn without Mary Kay Ash. And if you don't know who Mary Kay Ash is, this is the Mary Kay of Mary Kay Cosmetics, right? Brilliant marketer, brilliant businesswoman. And she says everyone has an invisible sign hanging from their neck saying, make me feel important. Never forget this message when working with people. I want everybody to think just for a minute about how you could automatically make somebody feel important. You can do that through an integration, using Mailbox Power and putting something in their mailbox, which is unique, which is super impactful, and does make them feel important. How many birthday cards did you get on your birthday? I'm guessing not many. Most people, it's 1 or 2. And we are trying to end that, making sure that everybody gets loved on their birthday and they feel important. And, Machen said it very, very well. Who are we without our customers? We're nothing, none of us, including Mailbox Power. So very thankful for every customer we have, regardless of what they're doing with the system. And I think this is such an important message that we constantly need to have put in front of our face. I'm going to make a sign and wear it one of these days. Make me feel important. Nice. It's good stuff.
So true.
Anyway, yeah, love it. Love
it. So true, Joe. I had a birthday last week and I'm still opening cards. So that's the side benefit of being involved with this company, is that you are going to be showered on your birthday. So showered with cards and gifts and things. And you do feel special. I felt incredibly special. So Also, keep in mind, guys, we've talked about sending out a card or sending out a certificate. We have all kinds of other things that can be sent out as well, including our new laser engravable gifts. So keep that in mind when you're doing the integration. It doesn't have to just be a card or just a certificate. As Machen said, some of those higher end customers may warrant a larger gift. And so you have control of that. You have complete control of that through your CRM and through Mailbox Power.
Love it. Love it. And I got to tell you, you folks out there that are selling homes, that are doing mortgages, insurance, some of those higher end insurance folks, look at some of these products. That charcuterie board, that is a high quality item right there. And I got to tell you, when it's engraved with the homeowner's name on it, or whoever took out the mortgage or whatever, I'm just saying that makes somebody feel really important.
And when it's engraved with the name, and then when you put the food on it, I don't know if you all can see, but
for some reason.
I just did this a couple days ago, Mother's Day, as a matter of fact. It was on Mother's Day.
And I didn't get a phone call.
I'm telling you.
I didn't even get a phone call like it was, I would have been there.
It was impressive. And that's the very first thing that people that came to my house were like, how did you do that? How does it have your name on it? Yep. Conversation piece right there.
There you go.
We're setting up those higher end gifts with general contractors right now. We have general contractors that do a lot of interior remodel, and those are perfect because guess who you forget about after it's done? I mean, you see the title, but who do I call? Whatever.
Yeah.
Put that postcard that goes on the refrigerator along with that barbecue set and see if they don't remember you for a long time.
Right.
Love it.
What a great idea. All right, guys. Well, Machen, thank you so much for joining us today. I mean, I can't imagine how Joe and I would have fumbled through this without you. So thank you very much.
Love and appreciate you guys. So grateful to be here with you. And just know it's possible. Whatever you guys think of, you're sitting here thinking, my CRM is this something I can do? Just go hit up chat. Frank or Helen or whoever will be there. And then if they don't know, they email me all the time and ask those questions. So I'm happy to answer any of those questions.
Love it. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for this Lunch and Learn today. Thank you, Machen. You're a super big help. Like Vanessa said, we would have fumbled through this without you. We're very appreciative of having you here today with us. You're our whoopee, just in case you didn't know.
I'll take it. I'm calling you for dinner here in a minute. I'm just saying, I don't want to forget.
Yes. Anyway, folks, listen, the power of Mailbox Power and integrations with a CRM or whatever software you're using. Doesn't even have to be a CRM. Obviously, Shopify works just fine. So put your entrepreneurial hat on. Put your relationship hat on for your customers and make something happen automatically so you don't even have to think about it. It's a beautiful thing when your customers are getting recognized. They're getting some love in their mailbox, and there you're getting phone calls because they're getting that love. So anyway, Vanessa, any last words?
Just thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining us. And again, you can find this and all of our other Lunch and Learn videos at youtube.com/mailbox power.
Perfect. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. See you later.
Thank you.